Listen to me. You keep waiting for opportunity like it's going to knock on your door. It's not. You got to build the door. You say, lead me. But I'm telling you, lead yourself. You don't need permission to be great. You need grind, you need vision, and you need fire. Stop scrolling, stop dreaming, and start doing. Every second you waste waiting, somebody else is out there creating. So today, stop waiting for opportunity and start building your legacy, your name, your work, your story. Make it unforgettable. Let's go. Chaw, you keep saying you're waiting for opportunity, waiting for that one break, that one chance, that one person to notice you. Let me tell you something. All right, nobody coming to save you. Nobody's waking up thinking, let me go make your dreams come true today. You got to stop waiting and start moving. I waited 2 months. I thought maybe life would hand me something if I just stayed patient. But patience without action is just wasting time. So when I was homeless, sleeping in abandoned buildings, I had every reason to wait. I could have said, I'll move when I get a job, or I'll grind when somebody helps me. But if I had waited, I'd still be there. I didn't have money. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have connections, but I had a hunger. I decided I was done waiting for opportunity. I was going to create it. I started showing up to schools, talking to kids for free. No cameras, no spotlight, no paycheck, just passion. You know what happened? Doors started opening because I built them. See, the problem with most of you is you think opportunity is supposed to look pretty, like it's wrapped in gold waiting on a silver platter. Nah, opportunity is dirty, it's hard, it's painful. It's waking up early when nobody claps for you. It's putting in work when nobody believes in you. You think success starts with luck. It doesn't. It starts when you stop blaming the world and start owning your choices. For every second you spend waiting is a second someone else out there grinding, learning, building their name. And when they win, you'll say they're lucky. They're not lucky. They're relentless. You've got the same 24 hours, the same chance to get up and make something happen. So stop waiting for the right time, the right people, the right moment. That moment is a now. Lead yourself, push yourself, and create something that screams your name long after you're gone. Because the truth is simple. If you keep waiting for opportunity, you'll be waiting forever. So create your own legacy. Everybody wants to be led. Everybody's looking around, waiting for someone to tell them what to do, how to move, when to start. But listen to me, real leadership starts when you stop depending on others to push you and start pushing yourself. You say you want success, but you keep waiting for a coach, a mentor, a friend, a boss to motivate you. Nah, you gotta lead yourself. You gotta look in the mirror and say, I'm the one responsible for where I am, and I'm the one who's gonna get me out. So when I was younger, I had no father in the house. Nobody was telling me, wake up early. Stay focused. Go to class. Nobody was checking on my goals. I dropped out of high school, lived on the streets, and for a long time, I blamed the world. I thought, if someone had just guided me, I'd be better. But one day I realized nobody was coming. Nobody was going to hand me the roadmap. If I wanted to change my life, I had to lead me. That's when everything shifted. Stopped complaining, stopped waiting for people to believe in me, and I started believing in myself. I got up at 4 in the morning, studied when I didn't feel like it, worked when I was tired, and spoke even when no one was listening. Because leadership isn't about having followers. It's about mastering discipline. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, especially when no one's clapping. Some of you want to lead companies, lead teams, lead movements, but you can't even lead your own habits. You can't control your mind, your time, your emotions. You talk about vision, but you're distracted every 5 minutes. Leadership starts with consistency, with commitment, with holding yourself accountable when nobody's watching. So when I finally started leading myself, everything changed. I didn't need people to push me anymore. I became my own motivation. And that's what separates those who make it from those who talk about it. The ones who stop waiting for direction and start setting their own path. So stop looking for a leader. Be the leader. The moment you take control of your life, you take control of your destiny to lead yourself, and the world will follow. You keep following the crowd, trying to do what everybody else is doing, thinking that's how you're going to win. But I'm telling you right now, if you keep walking the same path as everyone else, you'll end up exactly where they are. You got to build your own path. You got to be willing to walk alone if that's what it takes to reach your dream. When I started speaking, there wasn't no blueprint for me. There weren't people lining up saying, here's how you do it. I didn't have money. I didn't have connections. And I didn't sound like everybody else. I wasn't trying to be polished. I wasn't trying to fit in. I was just being very real. I remember people telling me, you're too loud. You're too loud. You're too raw. You'll never make it doing it that way. But I didn't care. I wasn't trying to be like them. I was trying to be me. And that's what made all the difference. So see, too many of you are trapped because you're trying to live somebody else's version of success. You're chasing their goals, copying their style, following their timeline. But listen, your path is your path. You weren't built to be a duplicate. You were built to be original. When you follow the crowd, You give up the one thing that makes you powerful, your uniqueness. Troy had to learn that the hard way. I tried to fit in early on. I tried to sound professional, tried to move how everyone else in the game moved. But it didn't feel right. It wasn't Amy. And the moment I stopped trying to fit in, everything changed. The right people started showing up. The right doors started opening, not because I followed the crowd, but because I followed my purpose. So creating your own path means taking risks. It means people will laugh at you, doubt you, talk about you. But while they're watching, you're working. While they're mocking, you're building. And one day, those same people will ask you how you did it. And you'll tell them the truth. You stopped following and started leading. So stop chasing trends. Stop copying moves. Stop walking behind people who don't even know where they're going. Trust your vision, trust your grind, and trust your difference. To build your own path, that's how you build your legacy. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got an excuse. I didn't have the support. I didn't get the chance. I don't have the time. Listen to me. Excuses sound best to the person who's making them, but they don't get you anywhere. Action beats excuses every single time. You can talk all day about what you're going to do, but until you move, nothing changes. I used to make excuses too. I said I couldn't go to school because I didn't have the money. I said I couldn't work because nobody would hire me. I said I couldn't speak because I didn't have a platform. But one day I realized something. Excuses don't pay bills. Excuses don't build dreams. Excuses don't change your life. And action does. So I stopped talking about what I didn't have, started using what I did have. I had a mouth, I had a message, and I had a heart that refused to quit. So I remember standing outside a building, broken, tired, knowing I had two choices. I could keep complaining about how hard life was, or I could do something about it. So I did. I got up every morning and hustled. I started reading, started learning, started speaking anywhere that would have me. Schools, gyms, church basements, wherever. No money, no stage lights, no fame, just effort. And every small action stacked up, every day of consistency built a new level of opportunity. So that's what separates the successful from the stuck. Action. The ones who make it don't wait until they're ready. They start with what they've got. You can't control everything, but you can control your effort. You can control your grind. You can control whether you get up one more time when life knocks you down. So stop talking about what you want and start chasing it. Stop saying you're going to change and start changing. Stop waiting for motivation and start building momentum. The world doesn't reward the ones who talk the most. It rewards the ones who move the most. Every excuse you make builds a wall between you and your dream. Every action you take builds a bridge toward it. Action beats excuses always. Everybody wants power. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants the pain that comes with it. Let me tell you something. You can't have one without the other. Pain is the down payment for power. Every struggle, every setback, every sleepless night, that's not punishment. That's preparation. You got to learn how to take that pain and turn it into power. So when I was homeless, I didn't see power. I saw cold nights, empty stomachs, and broken dreams. I remember sleeping in abandoned buildings thinking, why me? I was angry, embarrassed, and tired. But that pain woke me up. It taught me who I really was. It taught me that nobody was coming to rescue me, that I had to build something from nothing. Every tear, every lonely night, every time I got rejected, that was fuel. That was my training ground. You see, pain is a teacher. It doesn't whisper. It screams. It tells you what needs to change, what needs to grow, what needs to go. But most people run from it. They hide behind comfort, behind distractions, behind excuses. But if you can face your pain head on and use it, it becomes your greatest weapon. Because the same fire that burns others, it forges all you. Try and become strong when life was easy. I became strong when life was hard, when I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. When I was trying to get into college and everybody told me I wasn't smart enough. When I was speaking and nobody clapped. That's where the power came from. The pain pushed me. It made me disciplined. It made me hungry. It made me unstoppable. Also, don't run from your pain. Embrace it. Every setback is shaping you. Every heartbreak is teaching you. Every failure is building the strength you need to carry the weight of your dream. You can't become the best version of yourself without going through something. So when you learn to take that pain, flip it, and make it your drive, that's when you win. Turn your pain into power. Everybody talks about legacy like it's something you're going to get just for being alive. But let me be real with you. Legacy isn't given. It's earned. It's not about what you say you're going to do. It's about what you actually do when nobody's watching. Legacy is built in the dark, when you're tired, when you're broke, when you're doubting yourself, but still show up anyway. So when I was younger, I didn't have a legacy. I didn't even have direction. I was that kid who dropped out, who people said wouldn't make it, who slept on floors and begged for second chances. Nobody was talking about my name in a positive way. But that's when I made a decision. I was going to change the story attached to my name. I wasn't going to let my past define me. I was going to make my future rewrite it. So I started grinding. Not for fame, not for followers, for impact. I wanted people to remember that I gave everything I had. I wanted kids who grew up like me to say, if he did it, I can too. That's what legacy is. It's leaving behind proof that you lived with purpose. But that doesn't come easy. It costs you sleep, comfort, relationships, and sometimes even your sanity. You got to be willing to keep going when nobody claps for you, when the world forgets your name, when you're putting in effort day after day and nothing seems to happen. That's when legacy is built, when you keep moving anyway. I remember the first time a young kid came up to me and said, because of you, I didn't give up. That hit me hard. That's when I understood legacy isn't about money. It's about impact. It's about how many lives you touch, how many people you lift, how much light you leave behind. And that kind of legacy doesn't happen overnight. It happens from years of consistency, sacrifice, and belief. So stop worrying about being famous and start focusing on being remembered. Because at the end of your life, they won't talk about what you had. They'll talk about what you gave to earn your legacy.